How to manage Asana portfolios. Hey everyone and welcome. I hope you're all doing great. In this video, I'll be covering Asana's portfolios, how to create them, how to manage them, and what exactly are these portfolios. So let's actually go ahead and get started. But before we dive into what portfolios are, I need to mention that Asana offers these portfolios and you can use them in a specific plan. Now, you can't use them with the free plan and you can't really use them with the starter plan. In case you need to use these portfolios, then you will need to subscribe or upgrade to the advanced plan. As you can see here, for companies that need to manage a portfolio of work and goals and so on. So here they will be giving you 100 portfolios that you can create, and you wouldn't really need that many portfolios anyway, so it's more than enough, most likely. And yeah, this is the only plan that offers the portfolios for you to use. Now, with that being said, let's talk about what portfolios are. So basically, uh, in Asana, you you should at least know that it is for project management and all of those things. So I assume that you already have or know about that you can have more than just one project. You would have multiple projects, and each project is going to be for a specific thing, and a specific set of tasks and so on, milestones, whatever it may be. Now, portfolios come in where you can add more than just one project in one portfolio, and then you can just click on the portfolios tab and you can see them from afar. So you can see all about the projects that you have just added to the portfolio. You can see their status, you can see the time that has been worked on, the estimates of the budget, and so on. And as you can see here, you get to see a lot of stuff uh, from outside of these projects. So instead of going through each one and seeing the progress for each individual project, you can just go to portfolios, go to the file that is related to the projects that you want to check, and you can just go ahead and see all the projects at once and their progress. So I hope this was a clear idea of what portfolios are. Now, to get started with portfolios, you will need to have, more than just one project, obviously. Otherwise, it's not going to be really necessary. And you can filter or create multiple portfolio files and so on. So to get started, you just need to go ahead to the left panel, click on portfolios, and you can just click on explore portfolios here. They're going to show you a little bit of how portfolios work and all those things. But then we can is going to create the first one for you. So you can see now we have our first portfolio file. So you can create a new one from here, but first let's manage the first one that we have created. Now in the portfolio, once you open up a specific folder of a portfolio, you will see all the projects that are listed in here. So for me, it listed the project 1, project 3, and project 2. I can just set this up so it's like this. Uh, and you will see the status, task, progress, due date, owner, and that's pretty much all you have for the time being because it has just been created. Now, you can also view it from the timeline view, dashboard view, progress, workload, and you can also check messages. Now let's just go back to the list view. Now what we can do is we can rename this and make it so that it is called numbers. So I'm just going to basically create one portfolio for all the projects that are numbered. Now you will need to think of a way that you can assign or group specific projects into portfolios. This is going to be completely up to you and how you want to manage this. So maybe if it's for clients, that's only like a specific portfolio. If it's for something else, it's for a completely different portfolio. Regardless, now what we can do is we can add more stuff in here. So we get the status, taskbar, due date, and so on. Let's say we want to view more. What we can do is just open up the folder, go to the customize on the top right, and then here we can add more stuff. We can add overdue tasks, if you want to see that. Let me just turn this on. You can see now it already shows us that there's 2 overdue tasks in project number 2. Here we can add connected goals. We can add the duration if you are going to be calculating the time. You can see time remaining, status preview, and you can add even more templates if you want. You can click on add field, create your own field, and so on. And you can just add it to the portfolio. This way you can actually see all there is to it. Now, obviously, here it's not very, you can't really see much because the projects I have just created and they are pretty empty. So we don't really have a lot to see. But if you have a very populated uh, projects, then it's going to view a lot of stuff. Now, after you have these set up, what you can do is update them. And generally speaking, you would want to have one person who is going to be responsible for updating the portfolios like once a week or so on. And with this, you can just set up these statuses. For example, you can set this status um, for project 1 or the name of the project that you're using. And we can just update status to first, what you would need to do, obviously, just go to project 1, see how it's going. So you can see now a few things are done, but some is, so it's a little bit decent. So you go back to portfolios, go here, and then you update the status to on track. So you can update this and we can add an update message. So for example, the latest product was a success or whatever it may be that you want to add. You can add summary to how this entire project is going. You can see on the right side the highlights of the project. You can see the milestones, tasks, and approvals, and so on. So summary, just type in things are looking great. And you can also add next steps. So this is obviously going to be helping your team members understand more what is going on with this specific project. So next step is improve or just, keep it as it is or whatever it may be. And you can just click on post and this should be posted and updated for this specific one. And you can see already it's on track. Now here, this one is falling behind. There's 2 overdue tasks. So we can actually go ahead and change this to off track and obviously give an update message. This sucks or whatever it may be, and just post it. And now you can see that it is updated. And now this is all under the progress type task. You can actually go ahead and see the milestones as well. If you check milestones, you can see all the milestones and see whether they're done or not. And it's going to be exactly the same. Now, one more thing is that you should make use of the timeline tab because it's also going to show you all the milestones, all the tasks, and all the events that are happening in these projects. And you can see a lot more about it. Workload as well. You can also set things up here like have some estimates and stuff. Progress is just going to show you like numbers real quick about all the numbers that are like the project on track, project at basically just an overview. You can think of it as the place where you would just go to see numbers instead of lists and stuff. And yeah, this is pretty much it. Now, once you're done with this specific portfolio, you will need to go ahead, click on new portfolio, create another one, and just give it a name that is obviously related to the projects that you want to add to that specific portfolio. So there's a lot of stuff that I can't really show you because there's not people in my team. And the projects are pretty empty, so we don't really get to see a lot. But trust me, if you have a lot of populated projects, then these portfolios are going to be very, very helpful for you to see everything from afar and just, check on the entirety of your projects in one place and view instead of, checking through each one of them. So yeah, just keep creating your portfolios for the types of projects that you want to group them together, and you should be good to go. And this is pretty much how to manage and how to create your portfolios in Asana. It is very easy to do, yet very impactful, and is going to be very useful for you and your business and your team members because you will need to keep updating it and they will see the updates, and it's going to help them realize how things are going. If it's falling behind, then they will need to, you know, do better, I guess. So with that being said, I hope you liked this video and found it to be helpful. And thanks for watching.